Tax Solutions Now is a complimentary referral service that connects callers to companies that provide tax services.
Money matters. If you owe thousands in back taxes to the IRS, how much can Tax Solutions Now save you?
I paid less than I owe.
That's right, money matters. So call Tax Solutions now and get the IRS off your back. Since 2014, Tax Solutions Now has been a leader in the tax resolution industry. Remove wage garnishments, property liens, fines, and penalties. Qualify for the Fresh Start program or even uncollectible status. How much can Tax Solutions Now save you?
I owed the IRS over $10,000. I paid a fraction of what I owed.
Call now to reduce or even eliminate your back taxes.
I called Tax Solutions Now and got the IRS off my back. Thanks. You saved us a ton of money.
Money matters. How much can Tax Solutions Now save you? Call now and find out.
Call 800-683-7377. 800-683-7377. 800-683-7377.
The Turnpike Sports Book Report.
The Turnpike Sports Book Report is brought to you by BorgataSports.com. Your favorite casinos now, your favorite sports book available anywhere in New Jersey, BorgataSports.com. Sign up at BorgataSports.com using our promo code PIKE, that's P-I-K-E, and you get a risk-free bet up to $300 and 20 bonus dollars at BorgataCasino.com. Must be 21 years or older and in New Jersey to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
And in this week's book report, we've got a whole bunch of things to talk about. We've got a national record to talk about. We've got state records to talk about. But I keep repeating those things every week because this industry just keeps growing and growing in the United States.
Yeah.
We've got launches, we've got deals, we've got legislation, we've got a whole bunch of things that we're probably not going to get to totally in the time we have for this segment here.
Go to our blog.
Head on over to turnpikesportsradio.com, click on the blog button. We'll have the book report posted in text form, and it'll be these stories that we talk about on the air today, as well as other stories that are in this week's report that we did not get to. Let's start off with some of the numbers from the states reporting their sports betting revenue figures, where we have a bunch of records to talk about.
Okay.
We're going to talk first off with Colorado.
Colorado.
They have a new record state monthly handle.
Okay.
They reported $231 million in handle.
Wow.
9.7% increase from October, and they also reported $18.3 million in revenue, a hold of just under 8%. So they are steadily growing as well.
Good.
Like New Jersey just reported a huge number for their handle. Nevada had a state handle record. A lot of these states are showing records here and there, and Colorado is showing that they are no slouch.
No, Colorado is going to be enormous. I think they're going to do a lot better in the coming months.
And Top Sport bet on, handle-wise, $88.4 million in wagers placed on American Pro Football.
Okay.
NCAA football had $22.2 million. And in third place, and I remember talking about this last month, it's your favorite sport.
Okay, my favorite sport?
Table tennis.
Table tennis is still doing well in Colorado, huh?
Third place.
Wow.
$12.4 million.
What month is this?
This is November.
This is November. Okay.
I never knew November was a big month for table tennis.
Okay, November, the table tennis. All right.
But it's interesting because
I don't get that at all.
It was $12.4 million in November. It was $9.3 million in October. I remember that number because it was such a unique situation that in October they had over $9 million wagered on table tennis, and now they've even beat that number, 12.4.
Yeah, the one thing I can guess about table tennis, it's one of those sports like soccer that come from Europe and Asia, and you can bet on them early in the day. Like if you want to bet on something early in the morning, there's table tennis. If you have to bet on something early in the morning, there's table tennis or there's soccer. Maybe that's what's going on. But, boy, table tennis is...
it's also quick, I think.
I don't know.
It's got to be a quick game.
I don't know. I don't get it.
Well, let's move over into another part of the country and talk about Tennessee, which just launched their sports betting market.
And they did very well from what I hear.
They set a national record.
A national record. All right.
They brought in $131.4 million in handle. That's the record for a first month of operation.
So
of
for
any state.
So for a first report,
that was history making.
So that was a first report. That was the first month, and they broke a national handle record.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
For first month operations.
Congratulations to Tennessee. Wow, what a market that's going to be.
It took New Jersey 4 months to hit that mark. It took Pennsylvania 11.
And Tennessee is one of those interesting states where it's only online, right?
Yep.
No casinos, no retail sports books, only online.
And the previous record was held by Indiana. $35.2 million in their first month of operation.
Wow,
Handle.
they weren't even close.
Tennessee, they blew right by $100 million.
Oh my God!
And they hit the 10% hold.
Okay.
So the legislatively required hold was 10%. They hit approximately 10%. So they did well. It's just incredible, and also $13.2 million in revenue. Again, another record. For first month of operation.
For a first month reporting,
yes.
That's a national record too?
Yes.
All right.
That's a historical record in the United States.
Wow. Boy.
So I don't know why that was so high. I mean, you can't. You can't say it was the sports lockdown in that state that did it because they just launched.
For me, it was just a fascinating state. Like I said, it's only online. You don't have to go anywhere to place a bet or do anything. Sit home, put it on your phone or your tablet or your computer and just have fun betting.
But who knew Tennessee would have such a sports betting audience?
Good for them.
I mean, that's a great market right there. And they may actually start rivaling Jersey and Nevada and even Colorado right off the bat here, the way they're moving. Although I kind of want to see what happens in January, February when NFL stops for a little while anyway.
I even asked. I forgot who I asked. I'm not sure if I asked a reporter or I asked one of the sportsbook providers that, I wonder if Tennessee will do this in the opposite way. They're doing very well with online sports betting. You think this will spark them to actually build retail sports books in the state? I'm curious to see how much sports betting becomes such a great thing in Tennessee that they're actually consider doing something like that.
Well, the one thing I would say to that is you got to look at their tourism numbers first. Sure. I mean, if they get a lot of tourists, I would think that would spur the casino industry, the land-based casino industry, if they have a huge tourism market. I don't know how big their tourism market is.
Well, something right outside of Nashville would be absolutely amazing. So,
So sort of like the Graceland Casino.
Yeah, right.
We have also Nevada, not Nevada, New Hampshire to talk about.
How do you mix those two states up? What the hell were you thinking?
Because we were just talking real casinos. New Hampshire doesn't really have too much. They have those charity-based places. They have a new state revenue record.
All right.
$4.8 million on $46.5 million in handle.
Wow, good.
Hold of 10.3%, $2.3 million in taxes.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that's only DraftKings, right?
Only DraftKings.
That's only DraftKings.
Can't be anybody else.
Okay. I mean, is anyone even thinking of going to New Hampshire? Or I'm sure they would
again,
want to.
It's DraftKings is mobile only in New Hampshire.
Okay.
I'm sure if they ever pass...
They do have some retail ones, right?
Well, they're DraftKings.
Yeah.
But if they ever get real casinos up there, maybe that changes.
Okay.
So we'll see what's going on. And Pennsylvania also reported their numbers. It was interesting because everybody in November's the numbers for every state in November went up. Pennsylvania didn't.
Okay. Wow.
I mean, they have $491.9 million in November. That's still not a bad number.
No.
$500 million. It's down from October. The only state that went down.
Well, look, Pennsylvania is doing so well for so long with regard to sports betting. Maybe a little slip here or there is not cause for concern, but it's very interesting. Though.
Handle was down.
Okay,
set a state record, a revenue record, $37.4 million in November. So revenue went up, handle went down. Now, a lot of people are figuring this may have something to do with the amount of promos and credit offers and bonuses that are being given out. And who knows? I mean, it's just a weird situation that Pennsylvania was the only state that had their handle go down when everybody else's went up by a lot.
I wonder how crappy the Eagles are doing. And
Pittsburgh was 11-0.
I know Pittsburgh was doing fine at that time in November. They just started their slide here in December, but I'm curious. I wonder how that ties in, if it ties in. Who knows?
I don't know. It's just a weird situation. People are monitoring it to see what is really happening there. I'm
just trying to find excuses.
I just like the fact that their revenue is going up, which is nice to see.
Yeah,
because that's what this is all for, to keep the state going and everything else, and it's really good to see that. Speaking of Pennsylvania, we're going to be talking about 2 new sportsbooks launched.
Okay,
online sportsbooks. We know BetMGM launched.
Sure.
Within a week after that, we have Betfred.
Great.
Betfred has launched in Pennsylvania.
Now they have a retail book too in
Wind Creek.
Yeah,
Wind Creek, Bethlehem. It used to be the Bethlehem Sands.
Yeah, but now it's Wind Creek, Bethlehem, and they have a retail sports book there.
Right.
All right.
So Pennsylvania now has 12 online sports books.
Okay.
It's the third for Betfred online sportsbook wise. They have 2. They have Colorado and Iowa going.
Okay.
So there's the third state for Betfred. 12 online sportsbooks in Pennsylvania overall. Staying in Pennsylvania, we have a deal between BetMGM and the Sixers.
Okay.
It's always interesting to see these deals and what they're going to be doing. This one, has the same typical deal, parts of marks and logos and data and all that stuff,
promos and things like that,
and in arena signage, all that stuff, radio broadcasts, all that kind of stuff. This one tacked on making the Borgata Hotel in Atlantic City, Borgata Hotel Casino in Atlantic City, the official away game host of the Philadelphia 76ers.
So I'm assuming at the Borgata, the actual physical place, when the 76ers are playing an away game, they're going to have something special at their sportsbook, right?
They will be doing parties.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
I'm assuming when this is all safe.
Yeah, when it's safe to do so. They're going to be, feature events on site. Borgata will also host a co-branded season ticket member event in the future featuring casino games.
All right.
They're going to have 76er Hall of Famers and all that stuff, former players show up.
Wow.
Autographed memorabilia raffles. So they're going to be, going all out for the fans of the 76ers when they're not at home.
I got to tell you, I like Borgata's setup for their sports book. I mean, it doesn't have that stadium seating kind of, thing to it that a lot of sports books have. They went with the sports bar model. You have the bar in the middle of the floor. You have a whole lot of tables, and it's a restaurant. It's a sports bar, but lots of TVs and a couple windows where you can place your bets.
Well, again, it's Borgata.
I love Borgata. I can't wait to go back. Boy, wait the way all this crazy stuff is over. I can't wait to get back to Borgata.
Staying in Atlantic City.
Oh, staying in Atlantic City.
We have Bally's and FanDuel launching FanDuel's very first sports book in Atlantic City, called oddly enough, FanDuel Sportsbook at Bally's Atlantic City Hotel and Casino.
I'm trying to picture where they're going to put this, or where
It's a temporary book.
It's a temporary book right now. So where is this temporary book?
It's right by the entrance to the boardwalk.
Oh, okay. All right. So that's that Wild West themed room kind of thing. So, that's right attached to the boardwalk. Yeah. Great.
Remember when Tropicana had their temporary sports book? It was right next to Chickies and Pete's, the entrance of the boardwalk.
Yeah.
It's going to be something similar to that.
Okay.
So they have their very first retail sports book in Atlantic City. Remember, they have the one up in the Meadowlands, North Jersey. Sure. So they are now in 2 places, retail-wise, as well as everywhere online in the state of New Jersey. Got a whole bunch of other topics. Not going to be able to get to them right now, but just as a quick little hit here, Missouri introduced 3 bills for legalizing sports betting in that state. That may not happen until next year. Okay. Virginia's reviewing all their applications. We're going to see at least a dozen licensed sports betting operations, not to mention some of the other sports betting venues that are going to be applying. They're not counted among the 12 licenses. Mm-hmm. So we're going to see a bunch of...
And Michigan, too.
And Michigan's going to be launching.
Yeah.
So that's about it for this year. That completes the full year of Turnpike Sports Book Report.
Well, that'll do it for us this week. Hey, have a happy new year, everyone. We'll see you next week on the Turnpike.